Well, part two, same day. I'm not going to put them both up on the same day, obviously. The roads are very quiet. And yes, the more observant of you will notice I'm going back a very slightly longer route. Distance wise, it's about half a mile longer. Is it essential? No. No, and yes, I had to come out. And I don't think it matters which way I go. Either route is quiet. Now, am I condoning everybody going out on their motorbikes and going for essential stuff? Well, if you absolutely haven't got a car, including your wife's car, if you absolutely can't walk to a shop, then as long as you are going for food, or in my case electricity and some food, then yes, it's perfectly fine. What they don't want you doing is going out for a joyride for the sake of it, which I haven't done. I've been at home now for 2 weeks. Some of you have seen my videos. I've been crawling up the walls. I shall get home from this probably another 2 weeks before I need anything. I shall crawl up the walls. Was it essential? Yeah. I say, I don't want to burn candles. Yeah, I can see the problem. It was the start of spring. There were lots of bikes out on the road. Lots of inappropriately ridden bikes. And if you said, okay, biking's fine, you're self-isolated, go for a ride, there will be accidents. And they will tie up the NHS. Could I have an accident? Yeah. And then I would feel very guilty. But then realistically, who on here is going to say I've got to go without electricity? Am I riding fast or dangerously? No. I'm riding a lot slower than I normally do. And I'm being mentally a lot more careful than I normally ride. So I am doing the best I can not to have an accident. My complaint was, it was only 2 weeks ago, there were about 5 bikes come through my village, which is a 30 limit, and you could hear them, and they were, go away bird, they were screaming. No way. I mean, as with a policeman's ear, I estimate their speed by sound of travel of all the bikes. I'm guessing they were doing 45, 50. In a group, and they were very closely spaced because of the sound that reverberates up between 2 buildings. So what are the probabilities of an accident? I think pretty high. So it's down to probabilities. My probabilities of having an accident? Medium. 48 years experience, being extremely careful. Even going very slow because I know there's ice on the road, and certainly not breaking any speed limits. I'm just having a chunt, aren't I? But at least I'll have a little something to put up. I've shown my utter contempt and disgust for Tesco's. I've laughed at the stupidity of the government with their usual local volunteers. I'm sure there's lots of people in Norfolk and Suffolk are absolutely joyed at that. And I found a rattle I never had. Oh, mud all over the road. Damp road, some mud, possible ice patches. Nice and steady. And my inane mumblings will give you something to laugh at. Very few of us can get out and do vlogs. I'd love to go out once a week and do a vlog. As most of you have sussed now, I do one on the way out to wherever I'm going, then one on the way back. That gives me two to put up. This will be the same, it will go up a couple of days after the previous moan. It's just something to watch. My God, it is cold, but it is a beautiful morning. The sort of morning I could just ride for hours. And I know enough lanes that I could go and ride for hours. I have a conscience, I won't. I am staying in my flat. I am not having visitors. I am not seeing people. I'm not going on the fortnightly trip to see my sister. She is not coming to see me. We are doing our bit. In the shop this morning, picked up a few items, got my electric key charged for another probably fortnight. 3 people in the shop. I stood a metre away from the assistant. Well, it was probably closer to 2 metres because of the racking system. You couldn't get any further apart other than sit on top of a load of Cadbury milk chocolate buttons and hobnobs. But there was a guy who followed me in, coming for a newspaper, obviously strolled down. Is that crucial? Well, actually, if it keeps him sane, well, I'm not going to knock that. And they still have to sell things. The post office cannot stay open and not sell anything. But he arrived on a motorbike, same as me. He walked in, picked his paper up, walked around the aisle, and he stayed a good 3 metres back from me. So he's being socially responsible. Now, was the bike his only form of transport? He was young, and it did look, the way he was dressed, as though it was a well-worn helmet and a well-used bike, a little Aprilia. The problem the government have, and we have, is you say relax something and 80% of the population, who, let's be honest, are quite dumb, will just go out and do anything they want. The government says to the country, sit down, 30% will sit down, the rest will run around asking why. And that is the problem the government have got. Are these measures strict? No, I don't think they're strict enough. I certainly think people going on 15-mile drives to the Peak District to walk their dog for an hour every other day, I think that is taking the piss. Well, you decide, what do you think is sensible? I don't want to be out here. I have COPD and asthma. I have arthritis. I don't want to go walking around shops, but I will have to. What do you think is sensible? You know the rules. Smile at miserable buggers. Ride safe. Be happy. Oh, don't ride safe. Sit on your sofa safe. But be happy. Bye. Bye.